Growing up in Haiti, I would spend entire days at the beach, looking at the reefs and talking to local fishermen. When it was time to go home, my parents would have to yell at me and threaten to leave me if I didn't get out of the water. "Just leave me alone with the ocean," I would tell them. And they, of course, would lovingly respond, "You're only 5, get in the car." 22 years ago, when I finished my studies, I started the Foundation for the Protection of Marine Biodiversity, now known as FOPROBIM. I started FOPROBIM after coming to the realization that in one of the poorest countries in the world, a Caribbean island nation with over 1,800 kilometers of coastline, that there was no institution, no one, working to protect and take care of my fish, my mangroves, my coral reefs, and my favorite places on Earth. Haiti's coastal and marine resources are an important source of socioeconomic, ecologic, cultural, and food security for millions of people. It maintains a great wealth of biodiversity, including threatened fish, birds, mammals, and reptiles, despite a wide range of threats, primarily from overfishing, sedimentation, and marine pollution. There's also the issue of mangrove cutting for charcoal production and fuel wood, and the creation of salt pans. We've been implementing a holistic approach, trying to combat all of these threats, as all of these issues are interrelated and there's no single simple one-shot solution. We have found that it is critically important to have local stakeholders involved in every aspect of the decision-making process, because without them, without their critical input, no activities can succeed. Local coastal communities are in a daily struggle to survive in Haiti. And we need to be able to find a balance between providing them with food security, sustainability, and getting them engaged in the protection and management of their own coastal and marine resources. Haiti was the only Caribbean nation without a marine protected area. And after only 20 years of hard work and undertaking surveys, rallying stakeholders, and preparing draft legislation, delimiting proposed sites, the stars were finally aligned last year for the creation of Haiti's first 2 marine protected areas. During this same time, we also assisted the Haitian government in the preparation of legislation to protect all of Haiti's mangroves. And we are now targeting the development of 7 new protected areas, which would cover approximately 30% of Haiti's territorial seas. The designation of these sites and the establishment of the laws is in no doubt the easy part. The hard part now is to come in the form of developing management plans, the implementation of these management plans, and ensuring the enforcement of laws. To my fellow conservationists and to the wonderful 8 who were honored tonight, you too, Pablo, and we can't forget you. When you may be dangling on a buoy in the middle of the ocean like fishing bait, waiting for your support boat to come and get you, and it won't start, and it's slowly drifting away. When you're sunk past your waist in quicksand in a mangrove forest and thinking, perhaps this wasn't such a good idea after all. When you may be wondering, does anybody even know or care that I'm out here doing this work? When events may compromise you and may be conspiring to push you down, to break your spirit, and all of which has happened to me. Think of the other people, think of the communities, think of the wildlife you are helping. Think of the support from your families and organizations such as the Whitley Fund, providing you help so you can do your work, your part in protecting the environment, and know that you are not alone out there. No one can do everything, but if we all did our part, whatever that may be, to be mindful of the environment and to not be wasteful, and did this to the best of our abilities, we could bring about the important and immediate changes that we all need. On behalf of my team and all of those who have made this night possible, I thank you.